What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to talk a little bit about stock investing. If you want to invest in individual stocks, there's a few guidelines I think are important, and then I'll show you a few resources that can get you started a little bit to my approach in how I look at stocks and how I invest in those. I like stocks because they're passive. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to really do anything because I'm always focused on the long term. I'm not worried about trading in and out. It's just not what I do. I've done it before. I've had success, but I just don't want to spend my time doing that. So I'm going to talk about some of the basics here and kind of get you started. Now, I'm not your investment advisor. This is not investment advice. This is all educational about different ways to think about stock investing. So I want to put that out there. It's important to know. And there are a lot more resources all about picking stocks or how to analyze them that are out there on the internet. This course is not supposed to be an intensive into stock picking, but I wanted to cover it because I know that it's of interest. So we're going to cover the basics here. Number one, before we get into Stock Research Center here on Fidelity's website, when I think about holding stocks, there's a few guidelines that I think are important. Number one, probably don't want to have a stock be more than 5% of your overall portfolio, any one single stock. Okay, we've talked about this a little bit in the concentration versus diversification. That's a highly concentrated position in a stock, and you're subject to stock-specific risk is what it's called. So any more than 5% is a highly concentrated position, and it could lead, it's just exposing your portfolio to more risk than you need, okay? Now, there's a lot of research that shows you don't need hundreds of companies to be diversified. You're actually, depending on what the companies are that you pick, but you're reasonably well diversified at 20 to 30 companies in your portfolio. If you have 20 to 30 companies, then statistics show that the benefits of diversification start to decrease a little bit as you get bigger than that, because you still want some exposure to companies, a reasonable amount of exposure to companies in case they have growth. And so more than 5% in any stock is probably a little bit too much, maybe exposing yourself to a little bit too much risk. And some people have company stock and things like that, and there's just risk. So you just have to understand that and understand what you're doing. But as far as picking which stocks to invest in, I tend towards value investing as a fundamental thesis. I'm not going to dive into a lot, but Benjamin Graham, he wrote The Intelligent Investor, he's a famed economist. He touted the benefits of value investing, meaning buying a company that is doing well and is profitable, but is trading at a lower price than it probably should, given its growth. So Warren Buffett is a famed advocate of value investing. He does not buy into hype. He invests only in value. And Berkshire Hathaway is his company. They've done extremely well. So he's like one of the most prolific investors of all time. So if you haven't heard of him, you should Google him because pretty fascinating guy. So overall, I look at the long term. I find companies that I am familiar with that I think, is this company going to grow over the next 10 years? Are they going to be bigger? Is there a case where they grow? If that's the case, then I take a deeper look at it and I choose to invest or not. And I take a lot of smaller bets on these types of things because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time looking at it. And so, I actually did this a number of months ago, or about a year ago. I took my 10-year-old son. We had some extra cash in an account. I said, hey, help me buy some stocks, right? And so I taught him. I said, hey, what do you know? What companies do you want to invest in? What do you like? It's like, I like pizza. It's like, great, pizza. Me too. I love pizza. And actually, it just so happens that a lot of people really, really like pizza. Okay, great. What kind of pizza do you like? He said, well, I like Papa John's and Domino's and pizza. It's like, okay, cool. So we looked it up. Great, they're trading. So we bought a little bit in those three pizza companies. What else do we know? Well, we know Amazon. I mean, we get a package like seemingly every day from Amazon. And I think pretty much everybody does. And I can see Amazon growing over the next 10 years. I don't think Amazon's going to shrink. It's doing extremely well. So we bought some Amazon, right? I own an Apple phone. My wife has an Apple phone. We have Apple computers, iPad. So we bought some Apple stock. So just talking through, what are you familiar with? What do you see? Do you think this is going to grow? Like, are we using it more or less? What do you think general population? Are they using it more, less? Are people going to like pizza less in 10 years? No, probably not. Probably it's going to continue to grow. So we went that way. It does not have to be complicated or elaborate. You just have to have a decent thesis and then go in and look at it for the long term. That's how I view it, okay? So there are a number of ways that you can discover companies, though, that fit your criteria, right? And maybe you want to invest in a certain sector or industry. Maybe you want to find companies that you're just not thinking about, because there's a lot of companies out there that are trading that are value based on their earnings per share and their revenue. Maybe they're trading at a discount versus those metrics, and you want to find them. Totally fine. That's what stock screeners are for. So that's my general approach to investing in stocks. The majority of my funds, my investments are actually in funds, ETFs. And so I don't have a lot in individual stocks, but I do buy some, mainly to play around. And I had my son buy some, just so you can see how it works. But I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. I don't want to spend a lot of time managing my portfolio. I hardly ever look at it, to be honest. I just let it do its thing. So here in the stock screener, this is in the research center, news research, stocks. This shows all the different sectors, and it shows analyst opinions. It shows score bullish. A 10 is very bullish, which means very high outlook on its future, like it's high growth. And then you can look at these stocks in here. So let's look at, for example, consumer staples, or let's look at financials. Okay. And it'll screen for those companies. So there's Allegheny and American International Group. I don't know any of these companies, Bank of Montreal, on and on. And you can look at all of these and compare them across, their base facts, performance and volatility, valuation, analyst opinions. So you can look across all those and say, hey, I want to buy some bank stocks or some in the financial sector. You can sort through and then make a pick and buy them. Okay, that easy. Now, the other thing you can do, so you can do that for any sector, or you can use stock screeners. Stock screeners are a way to apply common themes. The nice thing is Fidelity's got it all. They've got it all in here, but you can go in and look for something very specific and find it. So here's strategies, which are ways to analyze stocks. And then here are themes. So if you want to learn more, boom, right there. But if you're like, hey, I think 3D printing is going to be big, or artificial intelligence, or robotics, right? Or fintech, whatever it is, you can look at those specific companies. So let's look at 3D printing. Here are the companies that pop up, okay? And you can look at their performance. NVIDIA, obviously going crazy. Big chip manufacturer, UPS. I mean, you can just compare them and see what's up. Look at their performance. Look at analyst opinions, etc. Okay, so you can do that, and you can also go through the methodology, the strategy. So if you want to look at themes, great. If you want to look at strategy, here's one that I kind of alluded to, right? Value investing. So we're going to do growth and value, and we're going to use GARP. Okay, we're going to look at stocks according to GARP, growth at a reasonable price. Okay, and you can learn all about it. It's right here. Benjamin Graham talks about, looking at earnings per share and the revenue based on the number of shares outstanding and finding value, companies trading below their true value. And so here they go. Here's a list of 46. It screened through these different filters. You can adjust those if you want. Came up with 46 options. Not bad, right? You can look at the performance. Amcon Distributing is up 44% over the last 52 weeks. Commercial Metals up 50%. Encore Wire up 97%, right? So there's performance. But if you come back here, you can look at what's the price per trailing 12-month earnings, right? Price to earnings ratio, dividend growth rate. How much are they growing, right? This one's growing at 41% every year on average, the dividend. That's a lot, right? Earnings per share growth, okay? So you can look across all of these things and dig into everything that you want to. There are a lot of services out there that will go into this. There's a lot. So if you want to get stock analysis and like opinions on this, there's newsletters you can sign up for, portfolios you can buy access to. Then they can tell you what their winners are and losers and what they're buying and selling right now. So you can get down the rabbit hole here and get really in depth and use a lot of time. Been there, done that, did well. And now I've moved on and I spend my time on other things that are more enjoyable to me. The return just was not worth my time, to be honest. And passively investing is what I enjoy better. Anyway, I hope that helps. Again, this is not meant to be extensive. There's a lot of resources out there, but it's meant to give you a teaser. You can go ahead and look at any of those that you want. And I hope that helped. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Glad to have you here. More coming soon.